So welcome to a vasectomy. This is a how-to tutorial. Obviously this is not a real scrotum, but this is two testes in here with the Vans deferens, and just in case this is not a real scrotum, alright? So no one's getting harmed in the production of this video. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to open up the nut bag, the scrot bag, the bag of goodies, and we're going to need something that's sharp to open that up. What I like to use is, you can use a razor. This one's reasonably clean, and always make sure your hands are clean. So we're just going to get a rag here. Just give them a bit of a clean wipe on the back of my shorts. That's it, just to lube your hands up a bit. And we're going to use a clean razor. But this person's on healthcare, so this is more for the private clinic. We're going to use the scissors. These are pretty good scissors. Found these off some kid's school case, a little bit of dirt, and they'll just give them a clean. And we're going to make a little insertion. We're going to make an insertion just down the bottom here. We're going to have to get a bit of that scrotum bag of fluid out. It's pretty tough, this guy. He's got a tough nut bag. Oh, he's fucking leaking everywhere. We're just going to have, this is, some surgeons recommend scalpel-free surgery, but we're not at my clinic, and we're just going to rip this bag open a bit. Don't be afraid to get your fingers a bit bloody. Insertion. The patient's had anesthesia. Actually, shit, we didn't give the patient anesthesia. Always give the patient anesthesia first. We can use, basically, we've got 400 units here of some high grade. Is still leaking. We're going to have to get some clotting factor in there. So we're going to just gently put it in there. Give the patient anesthetic just straight in there. Make sure you don't pierce the testicle, because that may cause a bit of pain, undue pain. Now that nut juice is leaking everywhere. We're just going to have to open him right up now. If the patient, there we go. That's the testes right there. We've got the Van deferens. We're going to have to cut those. The liquid there's alright. We're going to have to use we've ran out of anesthetic. In case the testicle's still a bit sensitive, maybe if the camera can get a little bit closer, we can, don't get the warts on my fingers. Actually, if you do have warts on your fingers, the patient won't really matter, because you get testicular warts, but you can't see those, so it's no worries. We're going to use an 18 gauge here. And what we're going to do, we've got more anesthetic. This is a Pakistani one. This is not really going to fit on there, so we're just going to do a bit of a Bob's job. And we'll use a better. So always keep your sterile syringes sterile. That's a pretty clean. Let's just clean the floor a bit more. There you go. It's pretty sterile. We're going to use the small syringe for the testicle, just in like that. Oh shit, we've ran out. So we're going to have to use the big bad boy. You don't want to put it in too deep. Oh fuck. I just pierced the testicle. Let's get as close in on that. This is probably what you don't want to do, because that's straight into that nut. You know what I mean? Did that again. This patient should be alright. But we're going to have to put a bit of anesthetic in that testy to make sure it's not too painful for him. So we're using the big gauge syringe here. It's a rich piano style. And it's leaking everywhere. It's not really working, but it's close enough. It's good enough. We're going to have to take it out. Another option, if you don't want to touch the nuts, you can always spoon the nut. Spoon it like that. You put your needle in, and we're good to go. That's another option. If you feel a bit queasy holding the testicle, it's all good. We can use, we've got some glue here. You can use the rubber glue. You can use the super glue. And syringes, I basically like to recycle them, because we go through a lot. So the cleanest ones are good enough. We're gonna get the tools out here. This has all been sterilised beforehand. I found these on the side of the road as well. We've got the Van deferens snippers. So we're going to just hold because you can't really spoon the nut. We're going to hold it, and we're going to be snipping that Van deferens so you can bust the nuts without getting anyone prego. You're just going to be holding that testicle, and we're just going to snip it like that. And then we can drop the nut. We can into the spoon. You can remove these Van deferens. This patient is a cyclist, so you're saving a bit of weight. And we're just going to, you don't want to, oh, we've pierced the nut. So you see, is it close in on that one for us, cameraman? So we've actually opened the nut up. We're going to have to put some stitches on there. You can use a bit of floss. This is the Oral-B. Works alright. We can stitch that nut up. It'll be working in a couple of weeks, no worries. Actually, can you get me some floss from the bathroom floor? Just a couple of meters. Alright, so we've got some floss here from the bathroom floor. We're gonna stitch this bad boy up. We can use a bit of a needle. That is quite a lengthy thing. The floss does work. Bacterial infections are an issue. But that's how we do the vasectomy. We're going to have to cut the other Van deferens. and boom, that's it. Take out the vas deferens, doesn't really do much. This is gonna be a big job to stitch this bad boy up, but it's pretty good. If you do lose a testicle and the patient wants to sue you, just chuck an extra nut in there, and they can always say that they left with a bonus nut. It's good. It's good job. Job well done. That's how you do give yourself a vasectomy. And you can always test the effectiveness. Just give it a squeeze like that. If the patient has any pain, oh, that's bleeding, it's clotting. Other options is we can always use the Camelback to, must be a bit dry in there. You can always use a Camelback and a spoon. Bit of a mix in there. Optional extras, you got your surgeon's cloth, and also we use surgeon's gloves, and pretty clean. Just washed them in the shower the other day, so pretty sterile. And that's how you do. That's pretty much how vasectomy. That's pretty much how vasectomy is done. Not much variation there at all. Yeah.